Hey everyone, welcome back to Blakesley Acres. I'm Joe. Just doing a little farm update and bringing you guys along with me while I do chores this morning. Just came out and fed the goats and the lambs, filled up their hay feeder. I'm feeding hay right now just because, like I said in previous videos, I don't have the proper fencing to keep them in good pastures, and they got the one that they're in chewed down. Just don't have the finances right now to put up more fencing, so hopefully we can change that here pretty quick. All the does that are old enough to breed, I do believe, are going to visit a couple bucks. I just kind of made a makeshift square bale feeder because I got square bales from a friend. But anyway, all these does that are old enough to breed are going to be visiting some bucks for a couple months. The bucks that we are breeding them to are owned by my buddy that owns Gertrude right here, Blanca, and Fuzz Nuts. They are purebred boar bucks. I'm using those to get more meatier stock. I'm gonna breed my Nubians to those bucks also. So yeah, other than that, everybody's doing pretty good. Besides, they want to be out on pasture. I'd like them to be out on pasture, but they don't know how to stay out of the road. So yeah, just getting these guys fed and watered. Need to go get some more garden hoses. Show you guys my little latch system for these cattle panels I came up with. I didn't have just a couple fencing staples and the old knuckle buster pins, and that holds it in there nice and secure. I haven't had anyone get out of that yet. Now, these are first group batch and second batch of babies. You can see them eating out of my thing. And I got like 2 more nests and hens starting to hatch. Babies again. I need to get a batch of these up to the auction house and sell a bunch. I want to get my numbers back down to less than a half a dozen for the winter. I don't like butchering the ducks. I've never tried duck. I'm sure it could be an extra enterprise in the future, but right now we'll send them to the auction and get what we can out of them. They're going all right, between $5 and $25 a piece or something like that up there last time I looked. So that's not too bad. So now we're feeding pigs. Feeder pigs are doing really well. I've been splitting up their feed, but for some reason all but one of them decided they gotta compete over it. The smaller one, he's smarter, he stays over here. He's actually catching up that he's been doing that. So yeah, just checking everybody's waters, and we're gonna come over here and do the meat birds next. We did end up processing like 25 or so of ours last weekend. I didn't get a week 8 update. As you can see, I got the second chicken tractor finished and we split them up. Makes it much nicer. The manure load's not as heavy coming across the pasture now, and I'm getting double the coverage for fertility. Yeah, it's not completely done, but it's usable for what we're doing. They're spread out super far, just the way the rotation when I started this second tractor it worked out and what I'm trying to do to spread the manure around. If I had both these done at the same time, they'd be moving along like most other people you could see, side by side, make it a little bit less work carrying food and water back and forth. But it's not really that far. It's just a few extra minutes that I got to spend doing this. So I already fed the breeding stock. The one sow with the band on her looks like she's due, according to my calendar, she's due sometime this month. But it does look like her udder's starting to hang a little bit lower and her belly's starting to hang a little bit lower. So hopefully, the other one I think is a month behind her. I had to go back and look. But I'm excited to see what Mr. Pig produces with those two sows. Honestly, this batch of 3 that I kept out of that first litter, out of that belted sow, they're not looking bad at all. They're definitely slower growing than these old spot crosses. The bigger ones anyway, they're caught right up to them, and they're about a month and a half difference in age. But other than that, they're not looking super fatty. They're growing the way I want. After the meat birds are gone, I'll probably up the feed on the piglets, have a little bit more storage room, and really start graining them to finish them out. The way things are looking for the butcher shop right now, I probably won't get these guys in until either right before deer season or right after rifle season. Bow season starts in October. Usually I don't get a huge influx of deer during October. It might change with actually having an actual shop up. But I'm just gonna play it by ear. I definitely got, if I get, some days that doesn't look like I'm gonna have any deer coming in, I'll probably rotate some of my feeders through the shop just to get them done, and I can start booking clients' animals right after deer season. So that's where we're at with all this stuff. The meat birds are looking really good, actually. They're growing great. I upped their feed again after I processed the other ones and separating them out. They're really starting to take off. You can see they broke a feeder bucket there. So after we get these guys done, we'll check on those breeders real quick, get some video of those, and the meat rabbits. I'll give you guys an update on those. Looks like we got lucky. Some of the herd of cows came up, looks like. Not all of them are up here, but give you guys a little bit of an update on these guys. So we got Douglas, Lady, Red, and Bertha right here. The only one of our full-grown cows that aren't here is Mabel. Red here, she just calved with that nice little heifer calf. I got a picture I'll throw in here. I thought for sure she was going to give a bull calf, saying that I thought she wasn't going to have one. Bertha, she's doing great, and Pearl is growing really, really well. I put the dairy cows out with these guys for a couple weeks. I'm trying to find a better way of separating them from their calves so I can start milking again. Haven't quite figured that one out yet. Mostly because Sparky, Lady's little bull calf there, he doesn't like respecting the fences. He's old enough to wean. I probably should just wean him and keep him out with the beef herd and pull her, and I know they're going to bell her back and forth and whatnot. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Main herd of cows. Red had her calf. We haven't named it yet. like I said, nice little heifer calf. So yeah, these guys they're doing pretty good. I need to move pasture this weekend some point. I got a new piece that the neighbor gave me again that I have never grazed before. I need to check that out and see what it's going to take to get fenced down there. I'd like to move this herd down there, see how long I get out of that. Yeah, see how it goes, I guess. But I definitely need to get these milk cows, start separating them from their calves and milking every day again. I started letting Mabel just nurse the calf because I figured she needed to be dried up, but she didn't get bred until like a month ago, unfortunately. So I need to start milking her again to bring her production back up because she's got a long time, and there's no point in me drying her off now and letting her sit dried up for another 8 months. It doesn't make sense. She's still producing milk, might as well let her milk for a while longer. Worst case scenario, I'm just gonna let this calf keep nursing. That's on her. Just let her keep growing. I thought about getting another bull calf to throw on her and raise up, but I just don't have the funds, and I don't have the time right now to mess with it. Nice foggy morning, as you guys can see behind me. But yeah, Red's doing really well. She's still a little standoffish, especially now she's got her calf. She definitely does not trust me, but we're gonna switch this water over and let's fill up the cow's water tank and get over and get rabbits done. All right, guys, we're gonna show you guys some of these breeders. Mr. Pig, he came back. I'm not sure if I got that in the video. About a week or so ago. What are you doing, Mr. Pig? He's definitely gotten taller. He was a little bit thinner, up their feet a little bit, especially because this girl right here is due, I think, sometime this month. Her udder's starting to, looks like it's starting to get a little bit more pronounced. The other one's not yet. I do believe she's a month behind. And these two girls actually, they're doing really well. Need to bring a hose up, fill up their water. Alright, girl. So this one right here, she's the one that had the litter before. That one did not take the last time. I'm hoping they both take. I think I am going to breed them for January piglets. So I have piglets to offer for 4-H kids. Mid-January, late February, hopefully they get bred for. So yeah, that's what my plan is. So I am going to put Mr. Pig in with them probably the last week of this month, so in about 3 weeks. I'll be putting him in with those two sows. These two, well, that one should definitely have piglets by then, so it'd be nice to get the boar out of there. I'm probably going to separate her out and put her back in this solid fence, so she has her own privacy, so I don't have the two sows mingling together, at least for get the piglets up and running around. And you know, get Mr. Pig moved over with the new sows, let him get his job done over there, and fingers crossed everything goes well with those ones having piglets. Like I said before, I'm considering selling those two sows and keeping a couple gilts out of them, depending on how they turn out. If I can get down to a quarter Mangalitsa blood in those sows, the piglets that I have off of them will only be an eighth. So we'll see. I'm not sure. If these guys are growing really well, I might keep the sows. I don't know yet. See how the solid sow takes care of her babies, because the last ones she had successfully, but they froze. Mistake on my part. I didn't realize that she was due already when we had that like negative 20-degree weather. First time having piglets, you're gonna have mistakes like that. It doesn't always work out the greatest, so it is what it is. Go down and check on the rabbits real quick. So these guys are more than plenty big enough to process, just need to get time to do it. My grandfather's actually been out here moving them and taking care of them. Other than that, we got 4 does. We got both the Californians and both the New Zealand Reds bred. They're doing 2 more weeks. Everybody's doing good. We got to get some manure under the cages cleaned up here pretty quick and spread out on them pastures. These guys are doing well. So yeah, that pretty much the gist of my morning chores. Just go around, check everybody, feed and water everybody that needs it. Takes me about a half hour in the mornings to do chores. The afternoon chores are a lot, little bit more. I try to set everything up so I don't have to water in the mornings, except for the chickens, of course. But they pre-fill their 5-gallon buckets, so I have water there sitting there in the morning. Just because when I'm doing it before work, I want to get them done and get going. And then I try to reset everything in the afternoon, fill up the bigger water tubs in the afternoon, so I got more time to watch them and stuff. So yeah, if you guys could like, comment, definitely comment. I haven't been getting a ton of comments. I like to see some more interaction from viewers. I'd like to get to see who's watching and just talk back and forth with some of you guys. Subscribe if you guys are not subscribers. If you guys are liking the content, we got a bunch more butcher shop update videos coming soon. We've kind of been sitting ducks on a few things, but it's starting to move forward again. And click the notifications bell if you want to get notified when our videos are coming out. Appreciate all you guys, like always. Hope to catch you on the next one.